Pod Leadum.
Top model. All the cycles. Podcast. Fleet. Spelled backwards. Dumb.
Pod Leadum.
Hi, y'all. Welcome to Pod Leadum. That's Top Model Podcast spelled backwards. I'm Alexander Price, and I'm nodding my head saying, yeah, I'll get that for you. I had no intention of ever getting that for her. My vision is not really that.
I'm Hannah Jane Ginsburg, and she's a little humble, but at the same time, she's not afraid to smile and be confident, and she knows what she's contributed.
And I'm JW Crump, and we're going to have fun today. Big time.
And we're, of course, talking about Cycle 15, Episode 7, Francesco Carazzini, or The Girl Who Doesn't Know What Boobs Are Like.
That's okay, I'll explain it.
And if you want us to explain more things to you, you know, you can be a sponsor at anchor.fm/podleadum. Just like today's special shout out, Jessica. I believe our third Jessica. So I'm just going to say this right now.
Jessica's are winning.
Jessica's are winning. Brittany's, get on it. If you're a Brittany and you're listening to this, how have you not donated to anchor.fm/podleadum?
You're Brittany. You got $1.
You're brave. You got $1.
I had someone DM me and actually not understand what anchor.fm is, so I'll explain it one more time.
Okay.
Real quick.
Always good for a good update.
Why not? Anchor.fm is a website that hosts our platform, and you probably have heard our commercials. We're partly sponsored by them. And if you go to anchor.fm/podleadum, you can sponsor us. It's monthly. It's not by episode. It's just a flat monthly thing. And they have 3 rates. So 99 cents, $4.99, or $9.99. And you can also cancel at any time. So if you just want to give us a one-time donation, do it and then immediately cancel. That works too. But all of it, we'll never put stuff behind a paywall, but it helps us just pay for the various things that go into making the podcast. So we're not losing money on the passion, at least. So thank you to everyone. And thank you, Jessica, for representing Jessica's the top model staple.
In the previous leaves, we get a classic example of One Take Tyra, who says that the contestants had to impress fashion aficionados.
They're stapled to the wall.
Staple.
And what's going on? Anne scored her 5th straight photo win. What's happening?
Can you believe? Can you imagine, top model viewers?
She also said the girls lived out a front row fantasy.
I didn't understand that at all.
Huh?
What did that mean? What did that mean? Front row at the runway show? But then what? But they're the models.
But that wasn't that episode.
No, front row on Rodeo Drive.
Front Rodeo Drive fantasy.
Sure. Okay. I'm there. I'm closer.
And then the shadiest
Woo-hoo.
about Casey when
Yes.
she says Casey, one of the most outspoken girls in the bunch, was the most charming, according to her adoring public. Wow.
And
I
Casey
don't like
wasn't
Casey,
sent home.
but-
No. Casey was sent packing.
Well, because Casey never left, she just kept auditioning for top model. I'm surprised they didn't make an eye joke. Like, Casey may have gotten new contacts, but we just couldn't see a model. Like,
Ooh.
it's right there. It's right there. It's not even tough. I need y'all to join me with being vulnerable.
Mhm.
Because we've had a lot of new, fresh, I would even say, transitional footage.
Mhm.
I felt
I
something
thought you were
when
going to say
saw
personality.
I also
Yeah.
thought personalities.
Wink. We get a transition shot of shirtless, denim-clad bike rider.
Mm.
I felt things, but I didn't know that that was a fashion statement that would do things to me, and I learned a valuable lesson about myself.
Yeah. Well, I think it's because subconsciously you were affected because this is the actual first B footage of Venice Beach that we've gotten. Because
So it just felt real, felt right.
Yeah, it felt real.
Look,
Mhm.
it's been a long winter. Summer is coming.
Denim is on the horizon.
Abbott Kinney. Ever heard of it?
Oh my god.
So it was a full
what
daytime?
a reference, Alexander.
So it was a full daytime panel, apparently.
Apparently.
and open up the champagne.
Pleased as punch.
Have we ever
Chris
had a
literally
group?
says, we got to go out.
Can you feel a brand new day?
The girls are more affected by Casey leaving than Anne getting yet another first call out.
Except Chelsea.
We have
Well-
never seen this level of people so happy to have someone leave.
Yeah.
And then the politest person in the house said, I gave her the limpest handshake goodbye.
It was, y'all, I literally blinked and missed it and had to rewind so I could actually see what happened.
It was the
It
suggestion
looked like
of a
he was
handshake.
passing her a note.
No.
And it's Kendall.
Yeah.
Kendall, who we really haven't seen talk that much about Casey. So that means that everyone hated her.
But I also wrote, oh no, this is the most Kendall we've ever gotten. I'm worried.
We're starting to see a lot of Kendall Esther
Yep.
in this
And-
episode.
yeah.
And I started.
And I'm mad about it.
Mhm.
Kendall also gives us her full American Girl doll description. I'm a real country girl. I'm a real shy, quiet girl. Me, find out what Kendall does on the ranch or whatever, whatever those books are.
No, you would find out what she does on the ranch. That was accurate.
That was the book.
Oh, perfect.
Digital art is back.
Mhm.
Right before that, it's weird to me, and maybe it's just me, that they say 5 weeks in a row for Anne getting first call out, and not just has gotten every first call out.
Yeah.
Because yeah, 5 weeks in a row is a lot, and a top model record that they'll remind us of a lot. But it's also just that no one else has gotten first call out.
Yep.
They're trying to forget that fact.
Yeah. I love that they extended the wall and the digital art.
It looks, this is Anne's Truman Show. She is about to discover that the sky isn't real and she's going to exit into her new life.
You are in control. This is your strength. Beyond
What's her strength?
illegibility.
The other contestants decide to other Esther
Mhm.
in ways that I was not thrilled with.
No, the one positive thing I think we learn is maybe production was providing kosher food, which is nice.
I did like Esther's kosher cabinet
I did too.
that
and
had the little
sign.
handwritten sign. Yeah.
I lived with someone that kept kosher, and they had their own cabinet with their own
Yeah.
pans. Just
Own
so much
dishes, I
easier.
would
Own
imagine.
dishes. Yeah. So much easier when it's accommodated.
There are also a lot of different levels of kosher, but
Yeah. She gets to describe some of her specifics
Yes.
for
Yeah.
sure. And I
Mhm.
actually, I would be interested to see how both of you felt about it. But I thought Chris's talking head about just that it seemed like it took a lot of work and she wasn't sure that she could do it, especially in an environment that was already stressful, did just feel like someone expressing almost admiration for it.
I did not mind that. The thing I really didn't like was speak Hebrew to us.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, especially when she seemed so disengaged.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like she was trying
Doing her
everything
nails.
she could to ignore that conversation.
I didn't mind Chris's thing. I did find it a little funny that Chris, it seems like, thinks of it as like a diet. Not like a diet how I eat, but like a diet how I thin.
Yeah. How I Thin. I would love a health book just called How I Thin.
By Karl Lagerfeld.
Spicy. Okay. So, nope. Okay. Sorry. I know I've had a lot of panic attacks these last 2 episodes. So, they're about to go do something. There's some issues and some research that I know we all did. The idea of this is really cool. And I appreciate how excited Liz and Kayla specifically are.
Yeah.
I cannot, and I mean not tolerate the fact that Kayla and Liz put their hands all over that glass.
And they're breathing.
Yeah.
It's a museum.
They head to the Grammy Museum.
Because sometimes you have to perform a duet before you get your big solo.
They've been performing duets this whole fucking time. They haven't been in a one single photo.
Unless you're Chris, and then you get sometimes you're just by yourself, but also a man. It's hard to say.
And before we get into the grossness around someone we meet, the Grammys in general are a pretty shitty thing. And I can't go into it, all of it, because there's so much.
Mm.
But basically,
Literally, so many Grammys are awarded.
so many Grammys. There's a lot of racial bias,
Mhm.
misogyny. the way things are nominated, artists can sit on a nomination committee for the year that they're nominated.
That seems super weird.
If you just want to take one thing to show you like how the Grammys make zero sense, just look at the best new artist Grammys for any given year and how you'll see someone who's like on their third album receiving a best new artist Grammy.
Yeah, and in some ways this is the wildest fact I found. But in 2020, Tiffany Haddish was offered to host the Grammys, and she turned it down because they said, we will not pay you anything, and you have to take care of your travel, your hair, your makeup, and your wardrobe. And then their response is, well, we're a nonprofit organization, so we don't pay anyone. They don't pay anyone, except, of course, the people that run the Grammys, any money.
Huh.
And it should surprise you to know, no amount that, of course, their charity has siphoned off money.
Yeah, there's been a lot of recent controversy. I will say, for my money, some of the worst awards, one of the best award shows.
Oh yeah,
because you get a ton of really cool performances.
Well, the nice thing about the Grammys, similar to the Tonys, is that it's built-in musical performance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like you don't have to stretch your brain very far to just, I'll say this: if you want a music award show, Billboard Music Awards, much more fun, lots more Kelly Clarkson for your dollar.
That's how we should just rate everything. How much Kelly Clarkson are you getting for your dollar?
Yeah.
The other day, someone asked me who was my one diva, right?
Ooh.
And I'd be interested to hear y'all's actually as well. Like, in the queer culture of just like, who's your one?
Mm-hmm.
And I never had an answer, but I realized it's Kelly Clarkson. I know
Great
so many
choice.
Kelly Clarkson songs. I like her as a personality. I think she's super talented. And just the right amount of wine mom dumb that like really keeps her endearing in a way. Because when I was growing up, it was Avril Lavigne.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, I don't know if I can pick one right out of thin air. The person I go to most, just because for iconic status, is Celine Dion.
I mean,
only because it's just the moment. She's the moment. She's the look. She's the icon.
Yeah. And that voice. I mean,
yeah.
My brain instantly, as soon as you said it, just spat out Whitney Houston.
Sure.
Forever.
Yeah. Well, that was a little insight into us to make the music. Remember how music can be fun?
It makes you feel good things.
We're introduced to Mr. J and Neil Portnow,
which was a name I never pronounced correctly. By the way, it's not hard to say, but I kept going Portnum. Portal.
I did Portnoy because it's a book.
Portnoy. Yes, I said that too.
Before we even get into this man, this just occurred to me. I don't want to share it. Can you imagine if your idea of what auditions were like was informed solely by America's Next Top Model? What it is like to get an entertainment job.
And it's just realistic enough that it does feel like it. You know what I mean? Like
this
yeah,
is
it's believable.
Worse.
Believable, but so terrible.
Before we get into it, he came into knowledge as a public figure, really, when he responded to female artists not getting representation by saying that women needed to step up. And then Time's Up came and investigated, seemingly the behest of the company or whatever, and seemed to find something. He was removed. A woman was put in clearly as like see, women.
We did the work. Wow.
Done. And then his former assistant was also her new assistant and said,
well, and she's not great.
No, she's not
Time's
great.
Up isn't great. No one in the scenario is good.
There's a lot bad. He sucks. We don't really need to. Thankfully, we don't have to really talk about him in regards to this.
I love that Dua Lipa, when she won her Grammy for Best New Artist, I'm sure after her 17th album, but still one that she referenced his step up comments.
Oh, yeah.
Baller move, Dua Lipa.
Anyways, we're told, kind of, that the girls are going to be split into two teams. But no, wait, teams of two.
Okay, hold up. I love, Alexander, that we could have started so many things on Top Model on this podcast with, we're told, kind of. How often is that true?
Every episode.
Mm-hmm.
Then they get to pick a style of dress for the partner. After an interview.
As a pair, you're going to decide what look you think is appropriate to convince me to give you this job.
But they audition in pairs, but only one person wins.
But they have to pick for each other. So they're not picking their own clothes.
So even though literally everyone is going to have a hand in another person's final product,
Yeah.
only
But they
one
can't
can
both win. We can't have two Grammy girls.
There's only 3 categories. Jay gets to pick also the pair, and then from the pair, Neil gets to pick. But also, why does Neil get to be involved in this decision?
Well, this is what I'm saying.
anyways?
Can you imagine? Like, this is not a man who casts things.
This is the current president. This was the president and CEO of the company.
And arguably has nothing to do with the actual awards show itself.
No, only is the organization.
Yeah, this should have been a casting director or someone else involved in the show itself.
Whoever directs the broadcast, whatever.
Yeah.
He's just there to spit Grammy facts and pat himself on the back.
Hmm. I do think that the Grammys themselves for the show was a really big get because the girls are overwhelmed by this prize. They are losing their minds. And I wonder if prizes like this are why we couldn't do the first call out also gets the prize thing. I wonder if we had some prizes and they realized looking at the season as a whole that they had some things that only one person could get for whatever reason.
Maybe.
This and it's so silly when he's like, okay, get in your pairs, and they just kind of
Don't move.
get the person next to them. And Jay's like, wow, you came in your pairs? No, they didn't come in their pairs. They just don't care now that Casey is gone.
Yeah,
Who they are paired
as
with.
long as I'm not paired with Casey. Though I'm
Done.
shocked. And I think actually what happened, I think, is everyone else except one person was like, it's fine if I'm paired with them. And then Chelsea was like, fuck, no one's moving? Shit. Stuck with Anne.
Oh boy.
And then, so they are told that they are going to interview each other and say what kind of dress to go look for at Chic Little Devil.
But most of them really don't. The only person who approaches it correctly, so it's, spoiler alert, appropriate that she wins, is Kayla. Because everyone else is just like, this is what I like.
Mm-hmm.
Which is not the challenge.
Nope.
Yeah, Kayla goes into full art direction.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's talk about, because I made a fun list of what everyone likes.
Good.
Anne likes Victorian strapping on the back.
Yep.
Yep.
While
Tracks.
Chelsea wants strapless and black. Black looks good on me.
Looks best.
Looks best.
Esther does not want strapless because of her thick bra straps that she shows off.
Mhm.
Then
Smart.
Chris and Kendall like formal? Not that
Like
I'm
the
questioning
opposite of stripper,
Yeah.
but not too opposite.
I think there's a lot of fancy strippers out there that would beg to differ. You can be formal and stripper, I think. And then Liz wants tight on top, puffy on bottom.
And Kayla is my opening quote and is like, not gonna do that.
Nah. I love that Kayla straight up says, like, no, wrong.
And then they are told they have 10 minutes
10 for a full outfit, shoes
to
and
go
everything.
through this warehouse that is not organized by size. No, it's organized by designer.
And everything is in a thick garment bag that you can't see through.
This is hell.
And then also, none of this is going to have be the right sizes.
No.
Weirdly, they seem to have plus size clothing there. And I only say weirdly because this cycle it wasn't even necessary to have that option.
Cheap little devil.
And Chris, we get a shot of Chris going through the things like she's on her way to Narnia.
That's so fun. I love that.
I mean, this is the kind of place I would love to spend a day here. Like a full day.
Sure.
Would be super fun.
Oh, the best.
Mhm. But this is just
Not to quickly shop for 10 minutes for a friend. And then when they show Anne holding that dress,
Oh,
that
no.
she
Oh, no.
literally for 10 minutes went, you have 10 seconds left, Anne. This one. And just
to
grabbed.
give Anne the tiniest bit of credit. Because she was going to fail at this challenge and we all knew it. She did get black and strapless.
Strapless?
Maybe.
I think she got more straps than were ever possible.
Black and shoulder strapless.
I love that the Chic Little Devil had that classic giant, thick, wooden framed mirrors on the wall. Those mirrors were everywhere for a while. I forgot who saw it. It was like a Pottery Barn exclusive or something. And man, filled to the brim.
I think the person that has the hardest job in this challenge is Jane, because Jane she has no bust.
Mm-hmm.
And she is like, I don't even know what boobs are like, let alone a G-size boob. She felt real. I think Jane and Esther are friends.
Yes.
She's like, I don't want my friend to look silly.
To feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think she successfully.
It was impressive that she found something that fit as well as it did, especially because so few clothes are made for women
Right.
with busts.
Who was the one that said that the Grammys, it's not like it's the Academy Awards?
Kayla.
I will say, when Kayla, and this is so smart, when she got those kind of neon chartreuse pumps, I was like, wow, you're making a fashion choice here. This is a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Liz looks so fucking
good.
Good.
And she is so pressed.
But she wears it well. It's not like the haircut.
No.
She
And
comes
she
out
she
confident.
gets like used to it. I think she was probably just surprised that it was so different than what she asked for.
I love Kayla pretending like she's like, it's kind of what you asked for. She's
Right?
like, it's glitter, it's sparkly and black.
It's tight up top.
It's tight up top.
It is clothes, a thing that you asked for.
Anne saying, I hope she's not mad at me. And you know she's mad at you. First of all, it's Chelsea. She's very mad. It's not hard to read. Second of all, you got her something that's 8 sizes too big.
When she says it is size 12, it's got loops and straps, and there's no body hole.
No body hole. It was so funny. And Chelsea just holding it up in front of Anne and being like, what is this?
I just love Chelsea
What
being
the
like,
hell did you hand me?
Anne, what have you done? I don't know how this works. And Anne just being like, I look great. I feel great. You did really well, Chelsea.
Yeah, and
Thanks.
of course, Chelsea does something amazing for Anne, somehow both fitting her style and finding something that, like, because Anne's style is so specific.
So, anyways, this also, spoiler alert, they have to come in pairs, but then they get shoved to the side and then watch the rest of the audition.
So it's also so much easier for Kayla and Liz who go first because they don't have the peanut gallery to the side of them.
So Kayla and Liz come in.
You know what? I liked Liz's way of explaining. Well, it's not exactly what we talked about, but I do still feel like it's in my style, and I think I look great in. Like, there's an honesty about Liz that's like, I'm not going to say this is what I asked for, but I think Kayla did a very good job.
I think Liz went a little overboard on Kayla's look.
Ooh, she kind of made her into a trophy, like a little silver trophy. And she was like, Kayla loves silver. And I was like,
does she? Also, the giant spiky ring and the
I don't know.
furry
Kayla seemed
shoes.
happy with it. I wonder if this was what she indicated.
I mean, her whole thing was, let's go punk rock.
Mhm.
So she
They
definitely
looked good together, too.
Yeah.
I do feel bad for Liz that she gets punished for wanting this.
So dumb.
Well, yeah,
I mean,
because there's also a question and answer segment.
And and I thought her answer was good. Like, why wouldn't you treat it like it's a big deal? It's a big deal.
and her saying that she recorded them on her VHS and just replayed them over and over. How charming.
Mhm.
So then they stay on stage as Kendall and Chris enter, and Kendall looks miserable.
She does. The
And I
whole
don't think
time.
I don't think her dress was that bad either.
It wasn't great, but it was fine.
Mhm.
The dress that Kendall picked out for Chris, though, I wouldn't have picked that dress out.
It is the rare instance where they are trying to be like, we don't want to. They start at some point, stripper and club become the same word,
Yeah,
but
that
whatever.
was confusing.
But this is a rare time when Mr. J was like, and this dress isn't from the club. And I was like, yeah, we're
It was a tight, short leather dress.
very short. Very short. I don't think she looked bad. I do
No,
think
It was
I
just
also
not
don't think they looked like a pair at all.
No, not at all.
at all.
either.
Jane and Esther come up.
Well,
And-
sort of. They trip their way onto stage.
And Mr. J's an asshole about it.
Yeah.
Well, what's weird is that Jane's the one who trips, but I swear Mr. J said Esther.
I just heard, what a lovely, graceful entrance.
Maybe it was graceful or something that my brain like heard as Esther. Because I swear he said Esther's name, and I was like, does he not even know the difference between these two anymore?
And I have a serious question about what Kendall apparently wears to Sunday school.
Uh-huh. Because this looks very silky sleepwear to me.
I just thought it looks like cocktail dresses.
Yeah.
The worst offense to me is the weird length of the dresses.
Hmm.
That's not a
Mhm.
flattering length, really, on anyone.
No.
They need it slightly above the knee or below the knee.
And I also, Jane found Esther some thick straps.
Yes, she
Those
did.
were some
Mhm.
roller coaster safety straps.
Chelsea and Anne come in, and this is wild. The way, I don't think this is how this dress was supposed to be.
She made it work.
Well, they also had shoo Anne to the side to just look at Chelsea by herself because I think their brains can't handle seeing two people at once. And she's just like holding loose straps.
And I think it's so much worse because Chelsea tried so hard for her arch nemesis Anne to look good, but Anne tried the zero effort.
Do we think that Anne picking this was gameplay at all?
No.
This
Okay.
is, I'm telling you, I think
It's
Anne,
just so bad, y'all. It's
I
just
think
so
she just
bad.
got I think Alexander's right. I think she saw all the clothes and immediately shut down. Someone called 30 seconds and
And
she
she
just
grabbed.
picked what was closest to her hand.
yes, the closest black dress.
Yeah.
Because
Because as Kendall will say, when she is accused of sabotage, it doesn't make sense to sabotage your teammate here.
no, because you are
And they
theoretically-
are not mean enough to Anne about this. They much more
Yeah.
focus on Chelsea. You need to come out and sell it, which she did. She managed to get the clothes on her body. So I would argue that she did.
holding up this, and like the fact, and they're like you're holding the dress up, like yes, because it's not the right size.
You look
Chelsea's-
uncomfortable, and now I feel uncomfortable.
Chelsea's face did have and was akin to a Flintstones animal appliance who says, "It's a living." Like, her face was real dour the entire time, understandably so.
Yes. But it would make no sense to do gameplay here.
Let's talk about this Kendall moment, though, because I really appreciated that the moment that Kendall was accused of potentially trying to tank Chris, Kendall just shakes her head vigorously and then explains, like you said, well, that wouldn't make sense. Then I wouldn't win either.
I also did not like that Mr. J said that Kayla flirted at a job interview.
Where? Show me the sepia-toned footage.
I hate that just being nice, polite, and conversational gets construed as flirty so often. And it just always feels so misogynistic, because if a guy had said similar things, you wouldn't say it about him.
And it was so weird that they spoke to Esther but didn't speak to Jane. Not because that's weird, but because it's this show. And I just always assume we are going to ignore Esther on this show. So Liz and Kayla win the
But I'm going to
challenge.
argue that Liz gets nothing from this win.
No.
And you are correct.
But I will say this was actually the correct way to win. Because
Yeah.
Kayla wins individually. And I was surprised because I thought it was going to come down to a normal thing where it's like, well, Liz looks better, so Liz wins. But Kayla
Yeah.
picked out the clothes. But like, I think Kayla did win it.
Win. Oh, yeah.
Mhm, I agree. I just
And-
feel sad. There's no reason they couldn't have had two of them, I feel like.
Oh, yeah. And it would have even been a fun moment to have been like, we only were going to do one, but actually both of you did such a good job. And imagine the waterworks.
Yes.
And speaking of, Kayla's reaction is so sincere and so real.
Mhm.
And then they were not ready for her saying gay rights because they do everything in their power to not say why this is a big deal.
Mhm.
Because for all we know, she might have been the first lesbian Grammy girl they ever had. I don't know the stats on that. But, like, it's clearly beyond the, used to sleep in a sleeping bag, went from home to home, that kind of backstory that she's told us before. They're also trying to be like, and the Grammys is proud of this moment too. And I'm like, just say it. Just say that you're happy to extend it to a queer person. That's fine. I mean, maybe don't say queer to Kayla. That's her bully word, but you know what I mean? Didn't it feel like they were dancing around what they were
Yeah.
trying to say?
It feels like the show is generally really tentative around this, which is weird because Kayla is so out and proud.
So I'm open about it.
And I feel like the show is just tiptoeing through the lesbian field for no reason.
Because they know about all the male model shoots that they have.
And it's not like she's the first.
No.
Back at the house, Liz is very upset.
Hmm.
I might wager a little too upset at what's going on.
Yeah.
And then
she says, alcohol.
alcohol exists.
And everyone else says, oh, I'm good, thanks. And she says, more for me.
Begins crawling and falling.
Yeah, Liz's drunk energy is just on the floor, like fully rolling around on the ground.
In
A
the
dry
tub.
bathtub. I do love a dry bathtub drunk.
And I just wrote, woof. Chelsea's confessionals are getting so much more bitter.
Ooh.
Yikes.
Like, the way I saw it was, you know what? Liz is upset. And Liz said, I'm not going to sit in this. I'm going to have some fun because I don't have to take care of a child tonight.
Honestly, work.
And Chelsea said, not strong.
Plays the victim, you know.
Chelsea's not playing the victim because she's slowly poisoning Anne one drop at a time every day in her cereal, giving her one bacon sandwich that's poisoned every day.
You know what the ultimate victim is? A ghost.
Hannah Jane Ginsburg. You monster.
Welcome to our ugly home.
Reddit is back for a historically hideous season.
It's our 100th ugly house. This place is mayhem. That is impressive.
And if these walls could talk,
Do you cry a lot?
I do.
they'd have a lot to say.
What in God's name is this pit?
Don't get too close.
You know, if you see the show, I'm a scaredy cat.
Ugliest House in America season premiere Wednesday at 8 on HGTV.
I had that dream again. My small business needs to hire, but I don't use LinkedIn, and I hire wrong. So then I'm doing IT, and when I go to plug the servers in, they become sentient, and they won't let us access our network unless we forward their chain emails and memes to more and more and more people, and then I wake up.
Don't let hiring nightmares ruin your dreams. LinkedIn Jobs' new AI assistant finds and invites best fit candidates to apply, so you can discover talent you may have missed. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/quality. Start hiring today with LinkedIn.
Oh, it's such a clutch off-season pickup, Dave.
I was worried we'd bring back the same team.
I meant those blackout motorized shades.
Blinds.com made it crazy affordable to replace our old blinds.
Hard to install?
No, it's easy. I installed these and then got some for my mom. She talked to a design consultant for free and scheduled a professional measure and install.
Hall of Fame son.
They're the #1 online retailer of custom window coverings in the world.
Blinds.com is the GOAT.
Visit Blinds.com now for up to 45% off site-wide and free professional installation. Rules and restrictions apply.
Tyra post, it said labeled, and I said, oh, no, not again.
Sometimes being labeled can be a good thing. And then Kayla goes, what the hell does that mean?
She thought they were writing
I'm
clear
not
on
doing
her
this
body
again. Loved Chris's reading voice, though.
So they arrive at other sponsor of the show, Smashbox Studio.
And we get some great top model math because it's not 14, it's 8. Well, that's true. Those are two numbers that the contestant pool has been.
As we've said so many times on this show, the fashion business is a business. And as a model, you need to know everything about every designer that's out there.
All of them, always, forever.
But you know who doesn't need to know about the designers? The hairstylists that style them.
The premise of this shoot is interesting at first.
Sure, at first.
Because it's a portraying an existing person shoot. And we've seen this kind of thing before where the models get a celebrity.
Classic top model. Classic top model, honestly.
And the idea of designers as celebrities within this high fashion cycle is kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is they aren't.
No, and they are not created equal.
Not the same way. There's not a collective opinion, information, interviews, style. So many of the design, and this challenge is so not created equal because some people really get a character to play and some people get man in a suit
with a bun.
And it's even said much later that some people, I think it's Esther who says it about her person, is that it's a designer that lets the clothes speak for themselves. And so they are not a character. And that's true. In fact, a lot of designers are like that. I think they had to stretch to even find enough to sort of work for this.
And you could have just picked it didn't have to be designers. You could have just picked different fashion personalities.
Well, that's what I was
So
going to say.
everyone got a character to play.
Yes,
That's true.
but I also think that there were people that they didn't pick, whether they're problematic or not, because we're going to get into it. But there are people that I would have pointed out, like, oh, I know how to embody that. They also could have gone older. They didn't have to be current designers.
Absolutely.
Coco Chanel, Karl Lagerfeld.
Well, and we've even seen people on the show before. The blondes.
Yeah.
Heatherette.
How fun, right?
But instead, you just get like dude wearing jeans.
And that's not a part of your job. It is not a part of your job to know what Marc Jacobs is like. It's your job to know what the clothing is like.
Yeah.
And to talk about the line, not to talk about how he stands.
Then, after Mr. J in the ugliest ensemble he's worn in a while.
This is high fashion.
And you know what else is high fashion to add to our list, Hannah? Little plays. Because both of the people he introduces do a 3-line scene with him. Just little plays.
Very high fashion.
So they also have to pose with female models in it who are wearing the outfits of the designer they are portraying. And we are introduced...
Because otherwise it would be impossible to tell who some of these people are.
Well, we are introduced to fashion editor and stylist Rushka Bergman.
Star of the episode, Rushka Bergman.
Rushka
Bergman, a collection of choices from start to finish.
Who was told she was in charge on the day.
I loved it. She made the photographer better. During the photo shoot, I was like, oh, he seems okay. And then in private panel, I was like, oh, he needs a Rushka Bergman.
You know what? You know what we've learned? What really gathers? Not ruching, Rushka.
Yeah. And I'm a monster.
And the photographer, who I swore had to be a former model from just his general vibe, is Francesco.
General vibe, meaning one of the most gorgeous people I've ever seen.
Who, when we looked him up, I found out nepotism runs deep because he is the son of Vogue Italia's editor.
Not only is he Franca Zozzani's son, he is Anna Wintour's son-in-law. But I will say, because of that knowledge, I was ready for him to be so much worse.
So much worse.
Everyone seemed to like working with him.
He seemed good on set, except
I
for
found him very constructive. And maybe, part of it is just Top Model has really skewed how I view what photographers are going to be like. But just to have him say to someone, that's very good work, was a relief and a joy.
Yeah.
I wish he was here for not this shoot, because then I think I would have really liked him.
Yeah.
Him telling, this is jumping ahead, but him telling some people just to be boy, not girl, isn't really helpful.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's true. I think he seems like a delight to be around on set. I think that he didn't have the language for some of the layers that this photo shoot had.
Yes.
Esther is going to be Christophe de Carny for Balmain.
I was about to say, but originally it just says Balmain. And I was like, wait, is that a person? I was very confused.
And I'm not, by no means am I a fashion expert, but he was the only person who I hadn't heard of before.
Oh, there was someone else I hadn't heard of, but yeah. We can do a quick rundown of this. He basically revived Balmain.
Nice.
He made it the cool brand rather than the stuffy house.
Chris gets friend of the show, Betsy Johnson.
So easy.
Mm-hmm. And just so well, it also just feels like they should be giving Chris something else that isn't just jumping and smiling.
Yeah.
Yes. Fun facts about Betsy Johnson. She designed the dress that Lisa Loeb wore in Stay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Kayla gets her hair twin, Vivienne Westwood.
Vivienne Westwood. I'm not going to do a ton. Obviously, there's a shit ton of Vivienne Westwood.
Mm-hmm.
She her politics are real fluid. And let's just say she supports Julian Assange. Next.
You love the fashion, though.
Oh, fashion kill.
Mm-hmm.
Anne got Alexander Wang, which at this time is the new up-and-coming person, as Tyra describes later.
Tyra gives each of these designers a nickname / superlative.
It really was superlatives.
Alexander Wang was quite young when he got his start, but he did have a lawsuit where he ran a sweatshop and has been accused of groping trans models, especially.
Goodness. Liz got John Galliano.
Noted anti-Semite John Galliano.
I was about to say, I feel like we all know the negatives about his is the most public, I feel like, of the negative stuff.
Yes. The one interesting fact that I didn't know was that in France, it is illegal to say anti-Semitic things. So he got fined for it, which France is usually pretty shitty about stuff. So good job on that, France.
Jane got Marc Jacobs.
The worst thing I found about Marc Jacobs, because I really like Marc Jacobs, but the worst thing I found was there was a scandal where his faux fur was actually fur from raccoon dogs.
What?
He's Cruella de Vil?
Yeah. But I
wish that's how Jane had played him.
I think that is a manufacturing thing because it was and it wasn't.
That
a
seems
decision.
more like
Yes.
More his name is unfortunately associated with that bad thing that happened, unless he actively was like, let's kill the raccoon dogs.
And random thing about Marc Jacobs, he was the creator in 2013, he was the creator director for Diet Coke.
What
Back
is it
on
with
board.
celebrities and Diet Coke?
Back on board.
Not the worst beverage sponsorship we have this episode.
Chelsea got Carolina Herrera.
Why can the show not agree on how to say her first name?
I don't know. She's Venezuelan.
And I'll say this, as someone from North Carolina, every time I read it, I was like, Carolina Herrera. And I was like, that's probably not right.
She is our second designer who had a title. She was titled for some time as the Marquis consort of Torre Casa. She married a royal. And she has dressed Jackie O and the previous 3 first ladies.
Wow. And then Kendall, I think, is our last one.
Yes.
And got Vera Wang.
Fun fact about Vera Wang, before we get to a crazy fact about Vera Wang. Fun facts about Vera Wang.
I'm going to say it. She seems like someone who has both fun and crazy facts.
Yes. Mm-hmm. She was a figure skater and tried to make she failed, unfortunately, making the U.S. Olympic team in 1968, but was later awarded a spot in the U.S. Figure Skating Hall of Fame because she did a ton of costumes for Olympic skaters.
So cool.
She was also hired to be an editor at Vogue immediately upon graduating from Sarah Lawrence. So she was the youngest editor of that magazine. And this is where crazy comes in.
Good.
She has partnered with 2 separate alcohol lines. One is Vera Wang Party Prosecco.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Vera Wang's Party. The website is wild.
Feels very wedding, though. Like,
Sure.
Like, that's what we know her for, right? Is wedding gowns.
Weddings,
Absolutely.
yeah. And then she also partnered with Chopin Vodka. So she made Vera Wang and Chopin Vodka, and she talked about how she describes the project as being an amazing journey. The poem on the back of the bottle is an ode to Wang's unique and highly personal relationship with vodka.
Yeah, it is.
How it makes her feel, the memories it conjures up, and the emotion, sensuality, and romance vodka represents to her. So she's the fun one. I like Vera Wang. And she's been around for so long. So much longer than like the wedding dresses or whatever. But like,
Oh, sure. I just know that that's like what the public knows about her, right?
Which is, yes. And that's why it's so bizarre that the model in her shot is not in a wedding dress.
I found that so odd.
Very strange.
Could they not afford it? Maybe.
Also, the show is going to try to make us believe that to be good at this photo shoot, you had to have done your homework.
As they hand them pictures.
Putting aside the eventual outcome of the episode, how could you have done this homework?
Studied every designer that ever has existed.
Watched all that Marc Jacobs footage.
All those classic interviews and sound bites.
Little fact that I'm not even going to talk about. The hair person is listed as Amy Orsman. That's not how she spells her name. Her name is Orsman.
Oh.
E and S were switched for some reason in her Tyron. So Tyrons be better.
Ooh, New Jersey,
Whoops.
New York.
Did they switch anything in Johnny Stunts' last name?
No, they did not. Johnny Stunts is Johnny Stunts.
Great. The show is also going to make us believe that Mr. J knows all of them personally, because if he's met them once, their name is in his mouth.
A real Derek Blasberg of a person.
This comedy duo of Ruska
and Francesco
is the funniest thing to me, especially when she's like, we got it. The photographer says when we got it. We do have it, though. It's...
This is what I'm saying. He needs her.
They do work together a lot. She does all of his costumes for his like films and styling and stuff.
Yeah,
they
this
work
was like friendly banter.
And I really like to see the active presence of the stylist during the photo shoot.
I also think this is another case where Mr. J was unnecessary.
So unnecessary.
Well, he has also been demoted to creative consultant in the IMDb.
Ooh.
But he is here to tell us that he doesn't think Kendall is really passionate about being here.
I would say that's because she got zero styling.
She got so little setup, nothing to play with, no props, the outfit is just a good business casual outfit.
A black shift.
I love the moment where
Jane gets an extra $20.
It's money in her pocket.
Jane is casually fun and funny.
Yeah.
I love that she's like, I'm just going to use it to be like best photo.
Off to bribe the judges.
Talking about bad styling, Jane is in this ill-fitting suit with they had no male wigs because they put multiple women in a long brunette wig that might have been the same wig and then just tie it in a bun.
What did they do to Esther?
Esther got the one short wig.
Esther's looks terrible, though.
What do you expect from her?
This looks like last minute thrown together Halloween costume. Like not even Party City level.
To the point where once the shoot is done, you can see her partner like pat her on the arm and comfort her.
Oh, the model that she has too looks so much like a Jenner, like a Kendall or a Kylie. I was like, wait, is that
maybe
an early?
Back at the house, Chelsea's contempt has extended to the very foundations of the show because she calls out, everybody, we have mail for the Tyra mail.
Hey, everyone, I guess we're still doing this.
You know what was cute, though? Jane and Esther are pink short twins.
Aw, that was cute.
I like that friendship.
And then afterwards, when it does the whole only 7 of you will still be in the running, Jane stares dead in the eye to Esther and says, 1 in 7 chance. And Esther's like, why did you do that?
Why are you staring at me?
And then in the background, someone just goes, sorry, Chels. So I don't know why. What happened with Chelsea?
This has got to be the worst pre-panel so far.
She's now just saying the quiet part out loud.
And Nigel also looked uncomfortable.
He did.
He looked really uncomfortable by this. So if you haven't seen it, Tyra's just like, I remember the first time, I don't ever know if I told you this, Nigel, but I remember the first time that we were, I was shooting with you. I was like, oh, this fine man, I'm going to shoot with him. And then I was naked and I was like, okay, daddy, whatever you want. And I was like,
touching herself.
Woof. That just makes you sound so unprofessional, Tyra.
Rare Mr. J Nemesis sighting of Ken Mock.
Listening to this anecdote.
And then same drawers. Then same dress, same as the first. It's the same outfit. She just has the same one shoulder dress in every color. She's gonna have this same poofy hair.
This color did work best with the black tights to me. But
it's just funny that she has like this panel dress and then she's got a very specific style for her outside of panel, which is newsy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Professional suspenders.
And then we get a call out to Smashbox again for no reason.
And our photographer is described as one of the most sought after portrait photographers of his generation.
And also these
feels like a lot.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but these aren't portrait shots. So it seemed odd to call that out.
They kind of are.
Are they?
Yeah. It's
okay.
On these just blank backgrounds, kind of. It's Keith Majors does similar kind of work.
When they announce Andre, he sticks his tongue out and then recoils it and blows a kiss. Because I think he was like, ooh, getting too casual, Andre. Go back. Not high fashion.
Kayla is first. This is the picture they picked.
And she's like, well, Her designer's nickname / superlative is Crazy Vivian. So high fashion, Tyra. She's like, just play it cool, Tyra. I know her. Crazy Vivian.
I love the disdain that Andre has for this picture. When he says, well, I could tell it was her because of the hair. Yikes.
There just seem more fun photos that they took. That I don't know why they stopped on this one.
Yeah, this just looks like two women who dropped their flowers.
I do think her face is very interesting and looks different than we've seen her face before.
It does look different for sure.
Yeah.
I think her model is serving.
I agree.
I agree.
That's an interesting thing that they barely talk about, but they are also competing with theoretical working models who are working. And so it's a little bit of a competition for the models as well.
Yeah, I just...
Shocked they weren't the boys, though. Can't believe other women exist.
I know, right? Liz is next. This photo is successful.
Yeah.
But that's also because she got a character.
Mm-hmm. Well, and she looked at his picture, successfully identified eyebrows, and said, I know how to do that. And she does it really well.
And her model and her are got some great chemistry with one another.
Yeah, the interaction is good. I think this is a successful...
Oh, yeah. I actually
photo.
really like this photo.
Yeah.
And Liz hasn't been the best. And I think this also is funny because this proves the whole homework thing doesn't really matter.
As what I'm saying.
As long as you get the cliff notes right beforehand.
As long as
they have personality.
Yeah,
as a
exactly.
character.
And a distinctive look.
Yep. Chelsea is next. I think it's pretty good.
I like this photo a lot, actually.
I
think Tyra needs to give Chelsea the tension and the mouth talk.
Yeah.
But I like her body positioning a lot.
She looks like a designer, like the designer of this dress.
Yeah, this is the first one that you can tell, even if you didn't know who this was. It feels like stylist or the designer with a model.
And the relationship between the two of them physically is very simple, but very effective.
Agreed. Andre calls out Rushka and says, well, Carolina Herrera would never wear this.
Backstage at a fashion show. Because her superlative is Miss Class, Miss Style, Miss Starched White Shirt.
We all should be so lucky as to win Miss Starched White Shirt at our high school graduation. Andre seems a little miffed this entire time, and I feel like it's because he actually knows most, if not all, of these folks, and he feels like these portrayals are maybe simplistic at best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might be reading into it too much, but he just doesn't seem happy this panel.
You know who else isn't happy? Esther. Because, wow, this photo, the leg is real funky.
The whole thing is clunky. It's not good, but they gave her nothing.
I don't think she could have been good.
No.
He is literally, currently, he did, like, his whole thing is about being not in front and being behind the scenes. After he left Balmain, he went to he created a different fashion line where he's never referenced as a designer.
Yeah, it just seems like an impossible task.
And it felt like Esther knew that because she said it.
Yeah, and that's the other sad thing is that I do think Esther is a student of fashion from everything we've seen.
Yeah.
And that was part of the problem for her is that she knew that this wasn't really something you could play.
Mm-hmm.
I'll also say I can't see a hint of her bust in this photo. And I can't say that for everyone.
Mm.
Jane is next. Marc Jacobs has never worn this outfit.
Her model looks so much like Cycle 13 Nicole.
Well, she
wow.
can't though. She's tall.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. This is tall Nicole. This is one though that her model is decimating her.
Yeah.
And that is they put her model in a pretty nutty ensemble.
Yeah. I actually don't think Jane's modeling that bad. I'm gonna say it.
No, I think part of the problem is just the clothes don't fit her at all.
Don't fit her.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. Marc Jacobs has never looked like this.
She looks great at panel. I love this side kind of wavy ponytail that she did.
Yeah. Also, Nigel says something really kind of gross and says that he like always looks broken because he's gay, Nigel.
I just don't know. Something about his hands are just a little like, ooh. Like a little like, woo.
When I think of Marc Jacobs, I think he's always pretty postured, put together, a little scruffy, but like not hunched.
Just his hair.
I think it's really funny that they say, when you're trying to adopt what they refer to as a more masculine posture, you should go concave.
Yeah.
Because you do think of, if you're trying to play stereotypically masculine, it's shoulders back and big
proud
chest.
chest.
And
Yeah.
And they also say to Jane, like, you didn't know your designer, and that was a problem. It's never presented that she didn't know who Marc Jacobs was.
No, and that continues. And I think they're penalizing her for being the quote-unquote smart one. Well, if you're smart, if you went to Princeton, you must know everything about everything. That's what education is.
Kendall is next. This is rough.
Yeah, she really is just standing there.
And so is her model, too. Like, this feels like nothing from either of them. Also, so I don't know if it's just where she's standing. Kendall looks photoshopped smaller somehow.
I think it's that they're on the same plane but not interacting is what makes it look like they're photoshopped in.
It's very mannequin.
And then they do this stupid personality makes the model.
Noun, not verb.
Oh, but as soon as you get the dreaded noun, not verb, and then Kendall gives them all the ammunition they need to send her home when she's like, I just think I need more practice. And I'm like, Kendall, just say, I'm ready to go. I outlasted Casey, and that was my only goal.
Anne is next.
Alexander Wang, the new boy wonder.
I don't like this.
Oh, really? I don't mind it.
I just also think it's unfair. Why did she get a box to sit on?
Because he's the new boy wonder. He shifted the paradigm from standing to box.
Are we going to talk about how her model is Courtney from Cycle 12? I don't know if it's like an actual Alexander Wang design. I love the outfit on the model. I was like, this is chic. I love this.
Yeah, this like sweatshirt dress.
Yeah.
With leather.
I'm never going to be here for a side cutout, but other than that.
I don't like a side cutout. That's the worst place for a cutout.
Belly cutout. Nope.
Thumbs down on that.
No, I say right on the butt. Right in the middle. You shouldn't do it.
No hole cutouts for JW. Got it.
No.
I don't mind this photo. I do, she did get the box, and that was definitely an advantage. Which is a crazy thing to say now that I've said it out loud.
But no, it's true.
Sometimes
though.
I have a moment when I hear what we're saying out loud, and we have to analyze so much, and we're like, look, a box is an advantage. That's just fashion.
It is an advantage, though.
But I like her posture, and I like the way she's looking at the camera. I think it's good.
It's not different than what she's done previously, Nigel. But
this is kind of the face she made at the CoverGirl challenge, though. Just like, Tyra's comment. The tough mouth reminds her of Oliver Twist. And then I was like, I must not understand what she's saying. But then she does the please, sir, give me more thing.
Oliver is not tough. I'm going to say that right now. Go on the record. Oliver Twist, not tough.
No,
he did turn to a life of crime.
Because he was tricked into it.
And he famously needed more porridge, which means he couldn't do with what he was given.
Famously undernourished. True.
Last up is Chris. I think this is the best photo.
I mean, it definitely reads Betsy Johnson.
Yeah, she had the easiest assignment.
Yes. I am curious as to why Andre disliked it so much.
I wish he had elaborated on it.
I do think Chris's body of work is starting to get a little samey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this was the character she was given. You gave her this character, so.
I love when they give her the feedback. I think it's the photographer. I think he says, you didn't stop jumping. And then she just quickly goes, I didn't.
It's my superpower. I also like in this photo that they're on different planes. It really helps the actual photo.
Yes.
Yeah. It actually looks like the model is walking forward, which is kind of a cool idea.
That's what I mean. It feels like, once again, designer model pairing.
Mm-hmm.
Private panel.
Out of nowhere. And we have avoided it the entire episode. Nigel brings up race for the Vera Wang photo.
Why?
And I had actually liked that people got to portray, and nothing felt problematic about people of different races portraying these parts. I mean, I didn't feel that way. Listeners, if you feel differently, I would totally understand that. But they just got fashioned like them. And Top Model is the kind of show that would like do something problematic with this.
There was potential for some worse fuckery for sure.
Yeah. But then why did Nigel bring it up? Of course that didn't hurt Kendall in this.
Yes, it has nothing to do with anything.
See, and that points out it becomes more racist.
Mm-hmm.
Nigel is relieved that he can still be attracted to Liz, even though someone drew a mustache on her face.
When they talk about Chris as a sledgehammer of a model, and Tyra, never having held a sledgehammer in her life, takes one hammer and then post-production goes, ding! No one knows what a sledgehammer is.
I hated Tyra saying that Esther looked like she's drooling a little bit. What?
Also, Francesco does not understand, has never experienced anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I mean, why would he have?
He's been handed everything in his
He
life.
looks like
and he
that.
looks like that.
His mother was his mother.
His wife is his wife.
Guys, he looks like that. His mom was his mom. His wife was his wife. Where would you even get anxiety? I love our second episode recordings where we're so loopy near the end.
And yeah, Andre Leontali is not on Team Chris.
No.
I just wish I knew more why. I mean, he does sort of explain it, that he just doesn't see her as a model and sees her only being able to do one thing. But I do think she's proven, I feel like the Ralston photo proved otherwise.
I think kind of flipping back to last episode where someone like a Derek Blasberg can be considered funny, but still fashion in the fashion industry. And he does like shitty little captions that are puns, but everyone is like, oh, hysterical. I think there is some weirdness about if you're in fashion, you need to be mostly serious.
Especially as a woman in fashion.
Yes. And that comedy is, we're not here. No room for comedy. You can be a little quirky, don't be funny, but you have to fit in a very like specific mold of what that is.
I'm going to take that one step further, but I do think that's very astute, Alexander. I think that some people feel like witty people, and I'm going to say witty and not funny for the purposes of my argument, though
Sure.
I'm not saying that you said that. I think a lot of people are made to feel stupid by witty people. And I think there's a thing where the photographer, stylist, etc. don't want to be made to feel stupid by the model. And if a model is a witty, funny person, then inherently those low self-esteem people will feel dumb. And they refuse to have a model make them feel dumb.
Sure.
I do think so far, Chris has been very well liked on set.
Mm-hmm.
The photographers have responded to working with her very positively.
Yeah.
I do think that she's more exuberant than the room wants her to be sometimes. And that's just like a learning how to read the room when you're young kind of thing. And also, who cares? She's fun and joyful. And why should that be something that people aren't into?
Well, that's what I'm saying. And maybe I'm projecting too much, but I feel like people think of funny people as having an intelligence to themselves. And people don't want they want their models, whether or not they'll say it or not, to kind of be clothes hangers. And so someone like Chris comes in and kind of like lights up the room, is legitimately funny, is legitimately witty. And people are like intimidated by it because they want to be in control of the space.
But then we're told things like, you got to have a personality, fun. You want to work with them. It's like, but then you're punishing Chris.
Yeah. But when have they ever really liked a smart contestant?
No.
I do think you're also right, W. Taking what you said about Andre earlier, I think this cycle probably puts more pressure on Andre Leontali than anybody else in the room because these are his professional contacts.
Yeah.
So if it looks not right, and some of these really, not because of the photography, but because of the styling, look bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the hair.
Mm-hmm.
The hair is especially bad.
They can kind of look like they're making
yes.
fun of these people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would be a little insulted by some of these portrayals. I think, honestly, that's why he got a little upset about the Carolina one. He was like, okay, but she wouldn't wear that, to be very clear, in case she watches and sees this photo.
Yep.
But then that's Rushka's fault, who also knows these people.
But it's also a question of when and where and way. And this is the problem with just putting them against a gray backdrop. Like, where's this supposed to take place? Or
right.
What you wear at a fashion show is something different than what you're going to wear to a gala, whatever it is. And because it's so nebulous, it just gives the contestants even less to work with.
Yeah.
And a less specific it becomes
Which
the
is why a
work of
box
TV.
can be such an advantage.
It would have been cool if this was like on a runway and it was a moment like at the end of a fashion show.
Yeah.
Where the designer usually comes out with their like lead model.
Yeah.
Yes.
Esther's look to Anne when Tyra says first photo of the week, because Esther just assumes it's Anne. Like, oh, it's Anne's turn to walk up. All right, well.
Call out order.
Guys. The game has changed.
The streak is broken.
Liz gets first call out.
And I think deserved.
Yeah.
I agree.
I think so. Kayla gets second.
Not mine. Not for me.
Not for me either.
I actually would have probably given it to Chelsea or Chris.
Yeah. I probably would have given it to Chris and then put Chelsea third.
Yeah.
Anne is third. And
which is fine. I mean,
yeah. Chelsea
I didn't love Chelsea's face, so I understand it.
Then Chelsea is fourth, followed by Chris.
Too low for Chris.
Way too low for Chris. Jane is not in the bottom, leaving Esther and Kendall.
I mean, those are my two least favorite photos.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tyra tells Esther that she slipped back 10 notches.
Two beautiful brunette ladies stand before me. Esther's hair is black.
Yeah, I was about to say, would we describe Esther as brunette?
No.
Seems like
but were they in the
black?
Were they in the brunette category?
No, Esther was in sexy.
I don't remember the surrounding sentence, but Tyra says beauty in vogue in the middle of a sentence, and just those words are ADR'd so hard that it is disconcerting. And then we get a spoken word piece about Kendall. You have a look that is rare. You have a look that is special. You're like a new colt that is ready to run. Your legs are wobbly. You're unsure of yourself. And you continue to fall down in the hay.
You know what's funny about that?
Everything.
Specifically because she was portraying Vera Wang, and I didn't bring it up.
Oh my goodness, Alexander. Where is it going?
But Vera Wang had a runway show in 2019 where during the finale, 4 models fell, including Fei Sun, who fell twice in a row.
Oh!
And fashion critic Vanessa Friedman said in 2019, no woman should be tortured by what she wears. So that's fun.
So it feels like Kendall was doing great. Really portraying it.
I hated the fact that they compared her to a horse.
The whole thing. She picked a metaphor, and then she kept metaphoring.
And Esther has one Esther look. Who said that? Who said that, Tyra?
When?
So Esther stays, and she is told in order to fix her problem, she needs to wear a ponytail.
Esther's challenge is a ponytail.
Esther's challenge is to find one hair tie.
While Kendall's challenge is going to be making her sisters do free work.
This advice, scariest quotes. What you need is somebody in your hometown that can say, Kendall, no, give me energy in that face. And you ask them, take pictures of me.
Ask them, not tell them. Because a question would be, take pictures of me?
What? She can't even leave her hometown?
No, not yet.
Good enough.
She's not a full-grown horse. She's only a little baby foal.
I wish Kendall had left by giving everyone the same limp handshake that she gave to Casey.
She and Chris seem to be very close. They share a lot of sweet moments as Kendall is leaving.
Yeah.
There's also the second time the show ends with despair about the future from a contestant.
And just for a little fun, apparently in next week's episode, the girls strut their butts.
Strut that butt. Strut that butt. Kendall Brown. And Kendall's one of our least available information folks for his making it as far as she did, unfortunately. Seems like I found her correct Instagram profile because she is followed by Tyra. It's love God, fashion, family, friends. Welcome to my world. #fierce. #New York. But there are capitalized letters not where you'd expect. middles of words, ends of words. Like it's New York, but the K in New York is capitalized.
Like a secret code?
Yeah. After the show, Kendall went back to school apparently, and then wanted to pursue modeling after that. She ended up signing to Wilhelmina Models under the name Shea Brown, which from some of my research seems to be her middle name. So I think it was Kendall Shea Brown. The issue is there's a very popular model currently named Shea Brown. So I don't know if they were ever competing at the same time, but if you try to look up Shea Brown model, that's all you're going to get is this other model. And she had a cover on JCK magazine and a cover and spread in Beauty Launchpad magazine, neither magazines I personally heard of. And there was some test shots. They were gorgeous, but that's all I really found on Kendall. And I tried with her. It hurts that for some reason she's a name that even top model fans misspell her name a lot. You know, the whole 1L versus 2L
Double
thing
L.
at the end. Yeah, so I think the name change as well as people misspelling her name and the fact that Brown is a pretty popular last name hurt the ability to research her a lot. But I also just don't think it's out there.
I don't know if I have a read on Kendall, unfortunately, because of how the show didn't really give us enough Kendall. She was pretty stunning.
Oh my goodness. I think standing in panel, one of the most stunning contestants the show has ever seen.
Yeah.
And it felt like when we got snippets of her, she was really likable and did have a personality. And also, you know, both was funny and joyful, but also not someone to be trifled with.
Yeah.
Like it felt like we did get the whispers of a 3-dimensional personality. But after auditions, I felt like this is by far my model basic that I got the least to actually adore. But then my potential alternate Jane, we could barely tell you about her right now either.
Yeah. I mean, the show is so focused on 3 contestants, I'll say.
Yeah, Liz gets so much screen time.
Well, okay, 4 then. Liz, Chelsea, Ann, and Chris, I think, get a lot of
I think Kayla
attention.
gets a decent amount of screen time as well.
Okay, yeah.
And
Because she's the narrator now.
Yeah. I actually don't think we get a lot of Anne. I think Anne just wins, but I think her talking heads are few and far between.
Lord knows Casey and Lexi both took up so much room.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That we're just kind of we don't have a ton on Kendall, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think Kendall didn't have a story. And I don't think that Kendall ever had like a number one call out.
Not
I don't
quite.
think she had something that was like robbed via Anne.
If it had just been the group shots for Rodeo Drive, maybe.
Yeah.
But her other 2 were not as good as that one.
I think, unfortunately for Kendall, this has been a season where the girls don't really get to learn. They expect them to come in and be there already.
Yeah.
And we've gotten to see in other seasons people really grow and progress, and that just doesn't really feel like an option.
There's barely been any teaches.
Yeah. And the ones that we do have are more like preps for challenges than teaches.
Yeah. So if you're prepped for a challenge, you should rate, review, and subscribe to this podcast.
What a great challenge for yourself, honestly. Challenge yourself to give us 5 stars.
Yeah, challenge yourself to go to Spotify, give us 5 stars. If you haven't reviewed us on Apple Podcasts, do it there.
Yeah, because also on Apple Podcasts, they updated and now it shows us getting a 4.9 instead of a 5.0, even though the math's the same. So if you haven't done it on Apple Podcasts, give us 5 stars now and let's get that math back up there.
You know we love our top model math. This is Podleadum math. 5 stars or best. You can find us at podleadum.com or reach out to us at podleadum@gmail.com. I got a lot to say. And you can always go to anchor.fm/podleadum or click that little button below. Click. You got $1.
Send us an email. Do all the things.
You can find me anywhere at Yet Charming.
Come say hi on Instagram at Hannah Jean Ginsburg.
And I'm on Twitter at JW Crump.
And be sure to use the hashtag PodLeadum anytime you do. Otherwise,
who knows
what happens to it?
Who knows if we'll see it?
So for PodLeadum, I have been Alexander Price.
I'll be Hannah Jane Ginsburg.
And I'm JW Crump.
And we'll see you on top.
PodLeadum is not endorsed by America's Next Top Model, Tyra Banks, 10x10 Entertainment, or any of their subsidiaries. It is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. America's Next Top Model and all names, pictures, and audio clips are registered trademarks and copyrights of their respective trademark and copyright holders.